Alright, there's gonna be some... From humble beginnings did a handful of villagers join to form a staunch alliance that now controls much of the realm's mercantile trade. We dive in. Shit's gonna fall from the skies? Yes. So the only icon left to go against us.
Sounds like thunder.
The only icon left to go against us is Odin. Yeah, you lurk. No spoilies for you.
We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing
Uncle
we can't
Byron?
handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is? Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
Oh.
My lady.
Oh.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
Oh.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
Oh, brings a tear to me eye. Brings a tear to me eye. Oh.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people? Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the merchants' district to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the merchants' district, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See, Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
They do only stay for 14 days.
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
Yeah, but clips last forever. So you gotta get them in. You gotta get them out before they leave. So unfortunately, we cannot pat the doggo at this moment. As much as I would like to.
Right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things.
Uh-oh. Well, apparently we were not fast enough. What? Level 20? Level 20? What? Wolf never dies. And hopefully you'll stay to find out why. Because, yeah. Torgal now has a new mode to him. I don't think you've gotten to see it yet, Fenrir. These ninjas are always hard to fight. Oh. Can we name the wolf Fluffy version 2? No, you cannot. And again, if you stay long enough to see it, you'll know why. There's a good reason why we can't name him that. As much as we'd like to name all dogs Fluffy, even though he's got the wrong fur color. There's a good reason why we don't call him Fluffy. This is really odd. Why are there only monsters here? Yep. Good boy. Treasure. I am the biggest loot goblin ever. I wouldn't say little because I'm too tall for that. I'm a huge loot goblin. Oh shit. Camera, please. Hurry up and die, you thing. Got 3 of them. Nope, don't want that. Oh, big.
That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
And we got orcs feeding on people here. No. Come and dance. You too. You come and dance too. I said dance. Come in and dance. They're all dancing. And I get to play Piñata. I think that's all of them. That wasn't all of them. Awesome. Finally, I got another level up.
The city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside.
An upgrade for Flare Breath, which I'm not going to use.
Where are they?
Now this is a boss area. No, it's not. Okay.
Does Optimus reach extend this far? What the hell is going on here?
Where is your master? What does he want?
Any more?
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would
you?
expect no less from you, Muthos.
This. Hey!
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield. They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard. And you will...
You're Odin's horse.
Or not. As long as you don't...
You're Odin's horse. Oh. So Odin's horse is also a person as an icon, as a... God damn, I can never remember what they're called. But this guy can turn into an icon as well.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir.
Oh.
Watch closely, Mythos.
One of the strongest spears in the series, Gungnir. Gungnir, I should say.
Nice try.
Come on, Toggle, turn into Fenrir. I want to show it off. There he is!
One is seldom enough.
Would you not agree? Actually, I wouldn't.
Yep. Understand now why we don't call him Fluffy? He got a very similar design to yours as well. He's got that bone mask looking thing. Ratatoska? Oh. Ah!
Nice try.
Muthos.
I'm glad you got to see it, Fenrir. Sanguine Insignia. After taking up the mantle of Lord Commander of the Knights of the Royal Waluda Army upon Sidolphus Temon's ultimately resignation, Sleipnir Harbored served King Barnabas for the better part of a decade. Intriguingly, however, there are no records of a house harbored ever existing in either Veldemark or on southern continent, begging the question, whence exactly did he hail? You were talking in Discord? Hmm?
The vessel is strong.
Oh, you...
My liege.
Clive!
Oh, I guess you'll never get to see it then.
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we
Ah, you
couldn't
might.
save them.
You might.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Did we really kill Odin's horse?
Nothing. I hope.
You heard something about Skull Mask? It's related.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
I am not ready for him.
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Isn't Gungnir the Spear of Odin? It is.
Stop calling me Mythos. But Mythos is everything.
It's a used name in Final Fantasy as well.
All creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. Your Majesty, my purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer, one that must be excised.
Try it.
Don't. No, no, please don't. No, his slashes are an insta-kill, man. Don't tell him to try it. Oh,
You are as weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
not worth, Jill. Not worth. Just run.
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
No, he's carrying around the sword.
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Oh. Oh no. Sometime later. City outskirts. Free cities of Canberra. Is this the ship that Med was making? The ironworks. This might be the ship.
Will you be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. Alright?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gill into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh. What I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. Behind here, I wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
Then we go back and get her.
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, mate. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Oh, good, Fenrir. So do we finally have a ship now? Because that ship really did look like the same design as the one Mid had made.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Otto knows everything. It is confirmed.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
I just want to buy items. Okay, but okay.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Sid.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
Yeah, I just came up with this answer not too long ago. Don't make me second guess it. You prick.
Still alive, right?
No, you won't. You'll be having more than that.
Be quick about it. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind,
Whoops.
you know. You'll not find a better price than that.
What do you want?
I want things and stuff. Stuff and things. Can you get me these things and stuff?
You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. My best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later. Yeah, that should do you. That it? Fine.
Hee, new weapon. And it looks f***ing weird. It's got a snake tongue end.
Good morrow to you, my friend. I have a few new notes that might interest you. If you have a question for me,
close.
I should be happy to.
So what marks do you have for me today? Dread Comet, based off a chocobo in Final Fantasy XIV called the Red Comet. And at the time of when it was released, Red Comet was a really hard boss to fight. It can just KO you in one shot if you're not careful. So let's go find this guy. And let's now look up what this guy is about. Doing this one-handed is going to be kinda hard. The hunters of Tabor speak of a wild chocobo that hunts not only nearby Badlands, but also their dreams, for it exhibits a ferocity rarely seen in the species, and has ripped more than a dozen of their comrades from gizzard to groin,
Holding back.
and feasted on their flesh. The bird is as far past taming, it must needs to be put down. Okay, so it's somewhere around here. There he is. He's like a parrot. Dread Comet. So the Red Comet can summon down comets. What can the Dread one can do? What can the... Oh, yep, there you go.
Something tells me it won't be easily broken. Nice try. Over here!
Oh. Meteor rain. Well, let's see. That would be my 1, 2, 3. I think that would be my 4th death. Was I just being... I was just being... I just wasn't focusing on my HP. That's why I lost. That explains it. Comet Feather. As truly red chocobos are rare, one might assume the same would be said about their feathers, yet somehow they are found in nearly every market in Dalamil to Northreach. Contrary to what the merchants hawking them would have you believe, however, the item on sale are more often than not feathers of robins or even common hens. They're not real chocobo feathers.
There was nothing
But
I could do.
there's a spot here that we haven't unlocked yet. And I want to go check that out. So let's do that. And then we'll head back. And there's no longer a broken caravan here.
This will be easy.
That was easy. Oh. Oh well.
All right. Thanks, Cal.
Oh, I can't open that one. Another bit of opened area.
This might take a while. Straight home now.
Ring of the Demolitionist? Ring of the Demolitionist. Magic Burst. Okay. And now we come down here.
Time to fight. If the hills around my home are crawling with the King's Akashic, I keep the gates closed too.
Okay, that's fair then. Just that one and that one that are blocked off. Alright, back we go.
Supposed to do our duty when the hills are
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right, but it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items would go to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. And you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
Come on, come on, look at it. Thank you.
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
That was an emotional roller coaster. This guy nearly dying, then he died to a red. Yeah.
I've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
And best girl is presumably almost dying, because we have no idea like what's happened to her. We left her behind. Tension is high.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's.
It's a white mage.
What's this tucked inside it?
A riddle. Midadol, I know you like your riddles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Of all my invention, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, daughter's dearest, and now it sleeps there in the thirst. That didn't rhyme. I'm going to have to work on that last rhyme. Good luck, Sid.
Sid's best invention. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Well, do you find
Autonomous.
Possibly.
You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was? Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. It'd be more than what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything? I think Sid may have hidden something inside it. Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
No, I don't want to listen to your tunes, Bard.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
You both broke it, now piss off.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
New music?
Huh. Never heard this one before. They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
What on earth is
Don't look at
that?
me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said
What if
it was
it's...
the stuff dreams were made of.
What if it's like a spark plug or something?
Made of as well. Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
You did it. You pulled the thing out of the thing.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
Technically, he's a king now.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Or is he? Maybe he's not even a prince anymore. Since he has no kingdom.
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails.
What is this final piece that I got? Later. Let's see what the final piece is. Small yet intricate clockwork contraption crafted. Then hidden away by Sid in the hopes that his intrepid daughter might one day find a use for it.
I have to get back.
You reckon there's any more treasure in the orchestrion? Only one way to find out.
Don't you dare.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Yes.
Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Mortals are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
Sure.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
So it's a particular kind of Morble. I wonder. The titles on these people. The Optimus.
She can't kick this up. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave.
Oh.
Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best visitor before too long.
We'll see what we can do.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Yeah, sure. Whatever gets rid of this sooner.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.